So I used to view learning Gemara as an intellectual pursuit. I thought, wow, look at the lumdus in this, it's unbelievable. This is something that really stimulates my brain. This was a very big mistake. After learning this year a little bit in Rabbi Affel's shir, I was able to learn from Rabbi Affel an idea he really instilled in me that learning Gemara is so much more than that. Mesechta is Bava Metzia, Mesechta very dear to me, is a Mesechta which I think displays this idea that Rabbi Affel told over to me. The idea is as follows, that when learning Gemara, it's not just random halachos that don't apply to us and Chazal just, being brilliant. It's a lot more than that. You have to search for the ethical and moral values that Chazal were trying to portray to us and that could still apply to us today. So when you do a sugya b'iyun, you really get the feel for this because you really go like 10 layers deep and you really see what they're talking about. So we don't have time to do a full sugya b'iyun, but I think on the surface, just through various parakim and Bava Metzia, you can really see this idea. For example, Metzia, I think everyone here learns, is an entire parak, if you really think about it, about returning lost objects to your fellow Jew. Returning someone's lost object. And even on the opposite side, it's when is it too burdensome for you? We say, take it easy, don't worry. If you're going to have to spend too much money or if this is going to be too much for you, then we're going to say, he's miyayish, you don't have to return this. Or even more so, you could go with Nim Mishur Sadim. We saw that concept also. Very beautiful idea. In Parakat Zav, a parak all about mitaltaled and acquisitions with money and very, very like lumdisha and not an easy parak. Still don't think I understood it. After all this talk about Onah, the Nun Chesam Bet, the Mishnah takes a turn and talks about Onah b'Devarim. And for about an amud straight, the Gemara goes on to talk about Kol Malvim Pnei V'Chavero B'Rabim Kilu Shovek Damim, about how serious of an issur it is to embarrass your friend in public. And it's so amazing to see a parak like Parak HaZav, not an easy parak, not related to that at all, to see Chazal just take a turn and take on about an amud of talking about how serious it is to embarrass your friend in public. In the fifth parak, Ezeru Neshech, on the surface it just looks like we're talking about ribis, about interest. Okay, don't charge interest to your fellow Jew, but if you do the sugya b'iyun, you really see that Rashi and the Rambam are really having machlokas within the Gemara on what are you doing wrong? You're tainting the act of chesed, Rashi says. When you lend interest to your fellow Jew, it's supposed to be a nice thing alone, he needs money, you're tainting that act of chesed. The Rambam says differently. He says another beautiful idea. He says, when you're gaining at your friend's expense, you're ruining the idea of achdus, which we're supposed to have through the entity of Klal Yisrael. The seventh parak, Hasochers Apolim, discusses civil law for workers and how we treat workers and how they're protected by various psukim in the Torah that allow them to eat and allow them not to be mistreated by the owner. So I think throughout Bava Metzia, you could really see that we're not searching for simply intellect. Of course, there's unbelievable lamdos and unbelievable svara throughout Bava Metzia, but after learning this Mesechta, I really no longer view Gemara as simply an intellectual pursuit. Now, on to the thank yous. Just before I start the thank yous, let's hold the claps until after. I know you all want to clap, but there's a lot of them, so it might take some time. So during the 30-hour Hanukkah challenge is when I decided to take upon Bava Metzia because you needed to do Gemara, that was the rule. And I saw the 10th parak, Abayis V'Aliyah, it was 3 daf. I'm like, this is awesome. I'll polish this off. Maybe I could do this Mesechta. I didn't realize like Shnai Mochsen was 20 daf and that it was a lot bigger, but I decided to stick with it. Even after the yeshiva went to Megillah, but I could not have done this if not for various people. I wouldn't even come close. So, first I'd like to thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu, of course, for enabling me to do everything that I can do. My parents, thank you, Dad, he's on the phone right now, for sending me to Yeshiva Torah Shraga and really enabling me to spend an entire year learning and growing. I'd like to thank Rosh Yeshiva for learning Parak HaZav with me. I tried my best to keep up. Thank you for taking the time every week to do that. Rabbi Reichman, thank you for really showing me like the Shmak HaIyun in Bava Metzia and Parak HaMafkid. You really opened my eyes to the beauty of Bava Metzia. I thank you for that. Rabbi Zinkin, thank you for learning multiple parakim with me in Shir, Hashol Zapara, Elu Metzias, Hasochers Apolim, and on your own. At Night Seder, learning Hamikabo. So that all that, thank you so much. Thank you for always pushing me and really allowing me to be the best I could be. Thank you to my chavrusas, Shmuley Goldis, my first chavrusa. You're amazing. You're incredible in Paragamafkid. Jeremy Felder. We had a short stint there, but it was great. Ayla Metzia. And of course, Jonathan Michelson. There you are. I hope we continue to learn together many years to come. And now there's two people who I have left out who sadly cannot be here today. First off is Rabbi Affel. He's in America, but I'd like to thank Rabbi Affel for learning Ezehu Neshek with me, taking the time out of his week to learn with me during lunch, as well as various other sugyas in Bava, Metzia, and Shir. It's fine. And lastly, Adam Stern. I learned with Adam in Bekias until January, until he left. And a short story to really sum up what Adam did for me and did for my entire year. For those of you who don't know Adam, he's like the sweetest guy in the world, great learner. And, I didn't expect him to really get on my back. I was like, great chavrusa, I'll go when I want to, when I don't want to, whatever. So it was early October, I had a long morning, and I wasn't so, excited to go to Bekias for 3 hours. So I'm sitting on my bed, kind of dozing off, listening to music, holding my iPod, and it's like about an hour into Bekias, and Adam's like calling me, I'm kind of ignoring it, and next thing I know, Adam bursts into my room. And I had no idea he even knew where my room was. He has this like big grin on his face that Adam always has. And he says, Avi, let's go. I'm like, Adam, stop. I just need a day off. I need a day off. He grabs the iPod out of my hand and runs straight for the base medrash, surprisingly very fast. I finally caught up to him in the base medrash, and he wouldn't give me back the iPod until we learned. We had an amazing seder, and ever since then, we literally did not look back. I think that incident really showed me, wow, how much he cares for me to learn. He's not just doing this for himself. And since then, I really took it upon myself to always be at Seder, try my best to always be at Seder, and to really always give it my all during Shir. And if I could give any parting words of chizuk, it being the end of the year and all, I would say that I couldn't, this seems like it's like a big Mesechta and all, but I couldn't have, oh yeah, I forgot one thank you. I forgot to thank my roommates who always push me to be the best I could be, and all those around my makom who also push me, and really to everyone in the yeshiva, all the talmidim, all the rebbeim, all incredible, who all inspire me every day. Thank you. Now you can clap. So if I could give parting words of chizuk, I would say that it seems like this is a big Mesechta, but I could not have done this if not seeking the help of rebbeim and different chavrusas. And I think that although the year's over, and wherever you might be next year, whether you're back here or in NYU, great choice, wherever you are, you should keep in touch with rebbeim, especially these rebbeim in Torah Shag. We really have incredible rebbeim. And I really think if you keep a kesher with rebbeim, you continue to learn with rebbeim, you'll be so surprised at the things you can accomplish. Now I'm going to finish up. All right. Amar Rabbi Shimon. Kol shel elyon yachol lifshot. The Mishnah continues. As yado v'lito har el shelo v'ashar el shel tachton. Case of two gardens, one's higher than the other. Rabbi Shimon has a ruling: if the guy in the higher garden can reach over with his hand and take something from the lower garden, then he's able to keep it, and the rest belongs to the guy in the lower garden. As long as he doesn't have to strain. If he has to strain, then it might seem he's going to be worried that the other owner will be suspicious that since he had to strain, it wouldn't have been possible for him to get it, so he might think that maybe he went into his field and stole it. Rabbanan asked, and some say it was Rabbi Yirmiyah, let's say he's only able to reach the foliage of the plant, but he can't reach the root. Or maybe it's the plant's facing downwards for some reason, and he can only reach the root but not the foliage. What's the halacha? Does he get to take it? Teku. Let it stand. Amar Ephraim Safra. Ephraim described Talmido Shal Rish Lakish, Mishom Rish Lakish, said in the name of Rish Lakish. Halacha Rabbi Shimon. Amrua Kameh de Shavar Malka. They said this in front of King Shapur. Amar Lahu Apirion Imtaye Rabbi Shimon. He said, for this halacha we extend graciousness to you, Rabbi Shimon. Hadron Allah Chazbai Velio, Vesligo Allah Mesechta Bava Metzia. Hadron Allah Mesechta Bava Metzia, V'Hadron Achalan. Daitach Allah Mesechta Bava Metzia, V'Daitan Allah. Lo Nishtei Minach Mesechta Bava Metzia, V'Lo Tishtei Minan, Lo B'Alma Hadain, V'Lo B'Alma De'asi. Yehir Tzom Lefnecha Nai L'Heinu V'Le'ev Asenu, Shetei Torah Secha Mun Asenu, V'Olam Hazer, Tehei Imanu L'Olam Haba. Chanina bar Papa, Rami bar Papa, Nachman bar Papa, Achai bar Papa, Abba Mari bar Papa, Rafram bar Papa, Rakish bar Papa, Surcha bar Papa, Ada bar Papa, Dar bar Papa. Hareb na Adonai Eloheinu is the Deretor Zach Bepinu Vivios Amcha Beis Yisrael. And yet Kulanu Nachum Tzatzeinu Tzatzei Amcha Beis Yisrael Kulanu Desh Mechel L'Netor Secha. Moivei Techak Meni Mitzvosecha Kilu Lam Hili. Hili Bi Tamim B'Chukecha L'Man Lo Evosh. Yulam Lo Ashkach B'Kudecha Kivam Chis Zoni. Baruch Adonai L'Abdini Chukecha Amen 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 Salaved. Monu Nachmalach Adonai Eloheinu Le'Oseinu Shesamto Chalkinu Mishvei Beis HaMedrash V'Lo Samto Chalkinu Mishvei Karanos. Shanu mashkimim v'hei mashkimim. Anu mashkimim l'devei Torah v'hei mashkimim l'devarim b'telim. Anu amilim v'hei amilim. Anu amilim v'kalim skar. V'hei amilim v'hei v'kalim skar. Anu ratzim v'hei ratzim. Anu ratzim l'chai olam haba v'hei ratzim l'ver shachas. Shenemar v'yata Elohim toridim l'ver shachas. Anshe damim u'mirma lo yachatsu yemehen v'ani eftach bach. Yiratzom of nechar nai l'hinu kashem shaz artani l'sayem Mesechta Bava Metzia kein tazreni la'atchil Mesechtos u'sfarim acherim. L'yisai mom, l'modu, l'malin, l'shor, l'lasos, l'kayim, es kol devei tal morsech b'yava. Yizachos kol atanan v'amram, v'talmidei chachamim yamon li, l'zari, shelo yamush ator mipi, mipi zari, v'zerazari ad olam. V'tiskayim bi, v'talecha, tanche oscha, v'shavcha tishmor alach, v'hakitzosa, ki tisichecha. Ki bi yerbu yamecha, v'yosifu l'cha shnos kayim, orich amim b'minav, v'sumala, osher v'chavod, anayos, v'moitain, anay rech, s'mol v'shalom.